Alright, we back again. Back with this one. Got Creed 3. Yep, I did not stream it. I went the old school route, went to my library and got the actual hard copy. Yes, I'm that old. So, Creed 3. Yep. Alright, this has Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Alright. Not good at images, so I went and got you that. So if you see that in the background, you know, deal with it. So, but let me move this off. Alright, so Creed 3. Yeah, this movie was kind of different because, you know, I grew up in the 80s when, you know, Rocky was real big. Even though Rocky started in the 70s, by the time it got into the 80s, kept going. You know, everybody was into Rocky, so that was the ultimate underdog story. I mean, like, it's so big, they even had now you got this spin-off from it about, you know, illegitimate child of, you know, Creed and stuff. And you even had a movie about the guy that was supposedly that he ripped off. I can't remember him. It was some white dude that faced Muhammad Ali. He sued him and can't remember what the heck with that, but there was a movie made about the guy, and I watched that. So yeah, it was really big, and yeah, Rocky's really big, but Creed 3, that is, you know, Michael B. Jordan's thing. And you know, I've seen the other two, I really didn't care. As soon as I heard about it, the first one, Creed, I was like, what, huh? Apollo Creed is dead. Then you're talking about Adonis Creed, I was like, what? But gotta watch it. And I saw it, I was in the library, and I saw it and I said, let me just pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Let me just go ahead and enjoy this thing. I have to be honest with you. This thing, I cannot say I really enjoyed it. Basically, it goes back to pretty much the same thing as Rocky. Pretty much a Rocky remake, but he didn't improve. You know, I've seen the same thing happen in the Rocky movies, and it could have been better. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he retired on top, and all of a sudden he gets called back into the ring. That's the thing, right? But the thing, the twist is the fact that all of a sudden his friend, played by Jonathan Majors, Adonis's friend called Damien, pops back. Basically, you know, they were in, you know, the foster care together and got bumped around. They both had dreams of making it in boxing and stuff. And Damien was like older, but basically he ended up going to jail and serving, I believe, like 18 years in jail, even though they were both teenagers. So I don't know how that happened, but that's the bulk of the story. You know, Damien comes out, he tries to help him. Damien shits on his hospitality. And then start shitting on him, you know, because apparently when they got into a fight one time, because apparently some bully that was up in the home was seen. Some bully they saw, you know, Adonis saw a bully, he attacked him. The bully's homie started attacking Adonis, and then Damien came out with a gun, and he didn't kill nobody, but he shot up in the air, and apparently he got 18 years for that. So, which is really crazy, implausible, but hey, it's a movie. And of course, you know, he's retired at the time, and he fights his fighter and stuff, because basically they were gonna fight another fighter. He gets injured, and so they need someone to go in his place. So, and they've been using Damien as basically a you know, practice person, but then again he gets in there and he cheats and stuff, and then he wins, and there's a turnaround. It's which I didn't understand. Some turnaround where apparently he was in jail, he got friends with apparently Adonis's enemy or something. I don't know, it was real fucking stupid. And all of a sudden he starts talking shit to Adonis, and Adonis comes back into the ring and beats him soundly. Okay? And he apologizes for abandoning him when he went to jail. When you really look at it, that is so implausible. I mean, like, yo, he didn't have to pull out the gun. I don't really see why a teenager got 18 years just for pulling out a gun. He didn't shoot nobody. I don't know. I mean, like, this thing was really disappointing. But if you want to have a story, it just did not work with me. Basically, like I said, it really, sorry if I keep looking down. Yep, I got my old school notebook here. Yeah, basically the heart of the story is the relationship between Adonis and Damien. You know, they showed it at the beginning, right? And then they cut it off, and then they showed glimmers of it throughout the thing, just glimmers of it. And I think that was the wrong way to go. And I felt like it was filler, because then all of a sudden they got into this thing. It was like, okay, what is he going to do now that he's retired? His wife, she was a singer, but instead of a singer now, she's a producer. So she's in the background just like him. He can't box anymore, so he has to go into the background and become a promoter. She's not singing anymore, so she goes into the background and becomes a writer, producer. And that kind of double mirrors, which don't really need to be said. That's kind of overdoing it. We already get that with his thing. Then also apparently they have a daughter now. She's like 7, 8, or 9 or something, and apparently she's getting bullied at school. So some white girl comes up, takes her stuff that they're drawing and rips it. So she knocks the fuck out, right? And they do this whole thing of him, because he was relating to her by teaching her how to box. Her mom didn't want that. He did. He saw it as a great way to, bond with his daughter, which I don't see why. And then, hey, if a bully comes up and rips up your shit, what the hell are you supposed to do? So, and then also, his mother, played by Felicia Rashad, apparently she had like a seizure or something, or had a conniption or something, and they're trying to get her to stop living off in the mansion by herself, and they want her to live with her. So that's another thing, background. They try to fill out in the background about that. But honestly, you could have took all that stuff and just left it alone. I mean, who cares? You know what I'm saying? It was more, I wanted to see about their relationship. You know what I'm saying? So if they kind of probably would have filled it out more with that, and probably would have had them going back and forth between childhood and adulthood and stuff, that probably would have worked out, been more impressive. And then also, you could have showed Damien up in jail. That could have filled out, because I mean, like, you want to see how he become so bitter. You know what I'm saying? How did that affect him? Was he in there watching Adonis, improve his life? Because at first he was working in some big time office. Did he get jealous of that? And then when he saw him get into boxing and become a champion, did he get jealous of that? You know what I'm saying? And then there was some turn where apparently some enemy of Adonis in the family of the Creeds was up in jail with Damien and stuff, and they got friends. But I don't understand, what was the significance of that? Who was this enemy? How did he hurt? How was he a threat to Adonis and the Creed family? That was just so, I don't know. That's another thing about the thing that just didn't make no sense. Yeah, this thing could have been handled a whole lot, better. A whole lot better. But it wasn't, And then, of course, when they finally do get to the thing where he goes back into the ring and stuff, it was just so... the way it was handled was just... I mean, I wasn't impressed with the training montage. I've seen better ones. Like, they showed him with like a small plane, him pulling a small plane. Wasn't impressed seeing that shit. This has been done in Rocky before. And of course, he was going to win the fucking match. I mean, what the hell do you expect? I mean, like Adonis, Adonis was an actual professional heavyweight and won. Damien was some dude up in jail. He had no professional experience. They showed him winning the fight with the champion, the current champion, by cheating. But even still, I mean, like, come on, really? I mean, what do you expect was going to happen? You got up in there with a heavyweight that only retired like a year earlier. He was champion. What else was he going to do against this dude who was pretty much an amateur and stuff? So what, just because he was up in prison? Of course he's going to get his ass whipped. Of course he's going to win back the championship. Also, the characterization of Adonis. I mean, like when they had the twist, when it turns out he befriended the enemy of the Creeds up in jail. The way it was done when he and stuff, it made no sense. And then all of a sudden he went to the Felicia Rashad character, his adoptive mother, and started turning on her, which made no sense. That made him look immature. That made him look like the same immaturity that you saw in the first one. He's showing the exact same thing now. So you don't see any growth. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's married with a daughter now and stuff. Yeah, that was kind of disappointing. They should have showed that, I don't know, this whole thing, the whole characterization of it, the growth of the characters, the challenge of the characters, stepping up to the task. I really don't think this was a good movie. I cannot recommend it. I just can't. Especially because, hey man, we've had Rocky movies before and Rocky did it better. We've had Rocky imitations and stuff, and other boxing movies do it a whole lot better. But this thing, and I know that this was Michael B. Jordan's, directorial debut, but I've seen better directorial debuts. You know what I'm saying? Can't really recommend it. Honestly, I would say you can go see it if you just want to see some filler. But ultimately, Rocky did it better. So you should probably go see the original Rockies. Except for like after 4, because after 4 just got garbage and stuff. But yeah, man. So I can't recommend this movie. I've seen better. Seen better sports movies. I've seen better boxing movies. I've seen better Rocky movies. Seen better Rocky imitation movies. So don't buy it. If you already getting it on the streaming service, don't buy it on stream. Just watch it when it comes on for free on your streaming service and stuff. So, all right, this recommendation. All right, later.